Hey, what's up, YouTube? So, I didn't go to the thrift stores that much this week. In fact, I only went one time, and that didn't stop me from scoring some really awesome stuff. I went to the flea market last week. It was the first day of the Elmville Flea Market opening, so I thought now would be the best time to go. It was a really nice day outside. It was like 20 something, sunny, first day that this flea market opened, so I figured now would be the best time to go. And I was not disappointed at all. I'm going to start off with the Goodwill stuff first and leave that for last because that's the best find of the week. Well, arguably, I guess. The first thing I picked up from Goodwill, I went on Friday and they had 50% off of electronics and stuff. So I picked up this pretty cool Space Invaders tabletop arcade game. They were asking $10 for it, but it was half off, so I picked it up for $5. And it's really clean, and it does work. Power's on, and everything. It works. I played it for a bit. It's pretty fun. Unfortunately, this is not the one from the 80s that's made by Coleco. This was made in like 2005 by a company called Excalibur, so that kind of sucks. But I mean, it's still an awesome looking machine, and for $5, I'll pick that up. And the other thing I picked up that same day, they had one PS1 game. Thought I'd pick it up because it's only on the PlayStation. It's not on any other system. It has only $2. And that is Tomorrow Never Dies 007. Yeah, it was just $2. It's really clean. It's like brand new. The case has seen better days. It's got a big crack and it's pretty ratty, but surprisingly the manual and the disc itself is completely untouched and flawless. So for $2, I can't go wrong with that. Alright, so now to get to the flea market stuff. I hit the first vendor, I guess. It was just this like older couple. They had some Nintendo 64 games in a little case, and they were marked at $5 each, and they were marked as firm. So I was like, it's okay. I'll pick it up because I can only see one game in the case because the sign that they had for the price and stuff was blocking like 60% of the little. I don't know, it's like this little wooden holder that when you open up, there's all the stuff in there, that kind of thing, and the glass was covered by the piece of paper. So I thought I was just going to pick up one game, but then I opened up the case and it was just like, oh, all these amazing Nintendo 64 games underneath that sign. I'll get to that in a minute, but I went up to another vendor and they were selling some NES games and some Super Nintendo games and all that. They seemed to know their stuff a little bit better because their stuff was priced accordingly. And I picked up a copy of Pinball on the NES. I didn't have this, and it was $5. They had it marked for $5, so I figured I'd pick it up. And I also picked up from the same people, I picked up Inspector Gadget on the Super Nintendo. This game, the label is like flawless on this game, and I haven't seen a Super Nintendo game in a very long time. So when I saw this, I was pretty happy for it, and I didn't even know that there was an Inspector Gadget game on the Super Nintendo. They had this for $10, and they had Pinball for $5, but I offered them $10 for both, and they took it. So that was pretty cool. I got them both for $10. That was a really good deal. Now on to the Nintendo 64 games. The first game that I was initially going to get that I can see before I opened up the little display case was Banjo-Kazooie. I already have this game, but I think this might be a label upgrade. I'm not sure. I have to check that out, but yeah, I'm sure I didn't pay $5 for it. I get to the price at the end. Picked up that, and when I opened it up and I saw the rest of the games, I just started picking them all out. I picked out 5, and I offered her $20 for all 5, and she took it. So picked up 5 Nintendo 64 games for $20. It's pretty good. Next game I picked up was Super Mario 64. I have this game as well, but the label on this one is a little bit beat up. There's a little tear up here and a little tear down there, but other than that, it's fine. I figured it'd make some good trade bait. And the next 3 I picked up for myself that I'm planning on keeping. The first game I picked up was Pokemon Stadium. I had been looking for this game for a while. I loved playing this back in the day with my friends. It was so much fun. I played the mini games more than the actual game itself. That's what we all played, and it was just a ton of fun. And I'm glad that the person who had this before me did not fill out this little you know, where it says this game pack belongs to. Usually that's filled out, and pretty happy that's not filled out on this one. And then the other game that I picked up was another game that I've been looking for. And in fact, a couple weeks ago, I was actually thinking, like, I really want to play this game. I've been wanting to play this game for a while, but I don't have it. And that is Pokemon Snap on the Nintendo 64. Of course, all these games are on Nintendo 64. Don't know why I had to mention that. But yeah, I picked that up. Really happy to finally be able to pick this up again. And the last game I picked up was Yoshi's Story. I never played this game, never had this game. It's the first time I've ever had this game. So I'm really looking forward to trying this game out. I think that, I've heard that this game is pretty easy and you can kind of breeze through it, but you know, nothing wrong with that, I guess. It's still fun to play, right? So all these games were 20 bucks. I was really happy about that. It was a wicked way to start the flea market day. That's the very first vendor I hit up. And these games are absolutely filthy. When I got home, I had to clean them for like half an hour. The cartridges were disgusting. The pin connectors were disgusting. It was just disgusting all around. But they look completely brand new now. And the last thing I picked up, I went to my local game store and I traded in a bunch of, I guess, kind of cruddy PS2 games, you know, stuff that I picked up in lots and stuff that I got for cheap, you know, just to kind of trade in and boost up my trade credit a bit. And I was expecting a certain amount of money from it. I don't remember how much it was. I think I was expecting like $40 credit for everything. I think I was only in it like 20 bucks anyway. But they eventually ended up giving me $70 in credit, which is a lot more than I thought I would have got. Almost double what I expected. So I was looking around the store and I didn't really see much. Most of their games were like really overpriced, like double their going rate. Like I'll give you an example. They had a Pokemon Stadium in the box for $90. They had Sonic R on the Saturn for $45. So they're kind of prices, like really, really expensive. But I did find something that I was really happy to get. And I've been looking for this for a while. It slipped out of my hands once. I saw it at Goodwill for 15 bucks and I passed on it for some reason. To this day, I've still bothered me, but all that's over because I finally picked it up. And that is a Sega Master System. Finally, I have 8 games for this system and I have not been able to find the system since that one day. And that was like a couple of years ago, so really happy to finally able to find a Sega Master System. It pretty much ended up costing me 20 bucks out of pocket. That's all I was in it. The stuff that I traded in was like 20 bucks. So it does have all the cables and all the hookups and all that. You don't want to see that, right? You just want to see the system itself. So yeah, I tested it. It works. I played some Rambo. The game sucks, but I still played it. And just really happy to finally be able to knock that off my list. So yeah, guys, that's everything I picked up this week. An awesome week overall. And I wish all weeks would be like this. But maybe it will be. Good weather's finally hitting me up here. Nice weather, good time for garage sales and flea market. So hopefully I'll be getting more finds like this. So yeah, guys, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.